What do you get the beer lover who's already got everything?
You get him artisanal, perfect beer and food pairings, brought to you by Beer Dreamer.
Glub, 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 glub.
You know, we met Beer Dreamer on Twitter, and they kind of, caught our eye because, great name. Beer Dreamer reminds me of the Wayne's World song. You can see that here. But really what's cool about them is their concept.
Yeah.
I mean, tell me what they do.
So basically what Beer Dreamer does is it's kind of like there's this new trend out there where you can get like packaged awesomeness sent right to your door, whether it's clothes or shoes or $1 a month razors, you can get anything. Well, the coolest one, I think, is called Beer Dreamer. Artisanal food pairings with beer. And if you know anything about Corey and I, we're all about pairing beer with food.
Right.
You can look right here for all of our food and beer pairings, and I just think it's a really cool idea to pair high quality beer with high quality food, and Beer Dreamer is doing it for you.
Yeah, and I mean, their whole thing is quality. If you check out the packaging, I mean, from start to finish, from start to finish, this thing is just like as high quality as you can. Every package looks custom made for the food and the beer that they put into it.
Yeah.
So all their stuff comes from all around the world. I mean, this is from Sweden, this is from New York, and the beers are from the US, and you're just going to love everything they give you.
And what a great gift for someone who loves craft beer. What a different kind of gift. Now, you can get one of these Beer Dreamer packages to your doorstep for about $75. And I think that price point's right on cue. You're talking about two high-quality beers and two artisanal food pairings. It's a good deal for me.
And especially those people who've done beer trading before, packaging beer and shipping beer costs money. So $75 for high-quality stuff like this, that's well worth it. And I think we're going to get the best experience ever out of a food and beer pairing that we've had.
Yeah. We've got a really cool spread of some high-quality bread and jams and some really great beer. We've got this Baltic rye bread with fruit and nuts, and you got this lingonberry jam, which I personally have never had a lingonberry.
Me neither.
According to them, and according what this is so great for, a lingonberry is a mix between a sweet cranberry and a really tart blueberry.
Oh,
so
sounds great.
Should be delicious.
Right.
And the brewery, you know that the brewery is synonymous with high quality beer. The high quality, the high price point matches the quality they fit in the bottle.
Right.
And I'm really pumped because I have actually never experienced an Allagash beer, and I've only associated them with like the highest tier of quality. Exactly. Okay, so now that we've got it all out here for you guys, why don't we go ahead and pop open the beer?
Here we go. Our forte is really beer reviews. Yeah. So we're going to try and take a little sip of each, tell you what we think of it on its own, and then see how it complements with the bread and the jam. So let's dive in. I'm pretty excited.
So this will be the brewery's Rugbrod. Don't know if we're saying that right, but
there's an O with a slash through it. No one knows how to say it.
We don't have that.
It's like the silent J, Bjorn. No one knows.
You don't probably have Myers, but we have a store. Never mind. All right, so let's dive in.
It's got almost like a smoky, really dark, chocolatey.
I love the brewery.
Yeah.
God dang it. They make such good beer.
Good.
God, the mouthfeel is so good. It's got some really nice bready qualities to it. I know it's going to be fantastic with this rye bread. All right, so with that, let's go ahead and take a sip and a bite of this awesome bread. See how they pair together. That's excellent.
They're very similar in taste. Like I said, they were trying to play off of each other, and just with the bread alone, you get that dark malty taste. The nuttiness really shines through afterwards. That's a great compliment.
And that fruit, boy, that's a great pairing.
It really is perfect. And the bread's not really soft. It's that artisanal. It's got some texture to it. So washing it down with this, there's nothing better. It's great. So now we're going to add a little bit of extra flavor to it, try it with the lingonberry jam, and then take a sip, see how it goes.
I'm excited.
Just another great layer of sweetness. The fruitiness in the jam plays better with the fruitiness in the bread than it does with the malt of the beer. The malt of the beer plays better with the bread alone than I think with the jam mixed. The yeast of this beer, I think, plays well with the fruitiness of this. I think that's what it is. I think there's a yeasty quality, obviously, to the bread and to the beer that really mingle well.
I think it's just a really good pairing, even in concept.
Yeah.
This beer is inspired by a dark rye bread.
True.
This is. And so I think it's just in concept, it makes sense on paper. And luckily for us, it translates to the real world. This is a great pairing.
We have never had an Allagash before. So this is going to be our first time each. Let's give it a try just on its own and tell you what we think.
Yeah. Really excited.
That's really nice. It's a lot cleaner than a lot of doubles can be.
Nice double.
It's very smooth. It's got a little bit of the caramel and the candy sugar, but not a lot.
I feel like if you weren't really big on Belgians, you'd still love this.
Yes, which I'm not, and I do. So, perfect.
Okay, here it goes. The bread with the berry jam with the Allagash.
I don't want to say... it's still a good pairing. I think it probably paired just as well, just the bread alone. I think the lingonberries add a little sourness that neither of the beers actually have. So it's kind of a sweet and sour play, but they don't really mimic each other as much as I want them to.
I'm going to say I like the way the fruitiness of the jam pairs with the naturally fruity esters of the double.
Yeah.
I think those go really well together, but you're right. There definitely is, and there is a sharp characteristic of tartness with the jam that I don't know that the beers have on their own. So I kind of like that because it kind of gives it a more complex experience, different ways of flavor. I think it's pretty solid. Yeah. I think it's a nice pairing as well. Just really, really nice, grainy, based, fruity flavors.
Yeah.
Guys, if you're looking for a gift for someone special who loves craft beer, or even to treat yourself after a big event, Corey and I have both had really big weeks. And, this feels right. A nice, high-quality celebration.
Mm-hmm. Imagine, seeing yourself sitting around a table with friends, just splitting both beers and the bread and the jam and just enjoying it and talking about it. It's kind of like a coffee table book in that sense, where you want to talk about it, you want to enjoy it with company, and it's a social activity.
Yeah.
And I love that about what Beer Dreamer's bringing. You're not just getting a beer for yourself, sipping it and being like, this beer's great. You're enjoying it with people, and really that's what beer's all about.
Absolutely. You can find a link to the Beer Dreamer website on our homepage, off in the sidebar, and please patronize them, give them some business, because I think they've got a great thing going on, and you will enjoy the product you get.
So we know this is a little bit different than our normal review, but I think it's something that still relates to craft beer, and it still shows a side of our website that we like to show, which is not just reviews, but also beer news and food pairings. So with that, always remember,
we're the Brew Review crew.
We'll review,
a brew for you,
and some food.
Cheers. Every night I hope and pray a beer dreamer will come on. A beer to go with my rye bread. Look at this beer and the foamy head, because I want a beer to spread this jam. I want a beer dreamer so I don't have to dream again. Meow, 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 meow.
I don't even know if I have to go to Taco Bell anymore.